everyone, it's Gretchen here, ready to do some stars and sparklers layouts. Hi Kathy, glad you're here. Martha sent me a message a few minutes ago saying she might be a few minutes late, so I'm going to just hang on for a few minutes to see if she gets on. Mom's on too. She's just watching. So hopefully you can sort out all the pieces for each of the layouts. I stacked them all together, so we're going to do this one first. If you want to get out your supplies. They should be pretty quick and easy to put together since I already did all the cutting. So it's just a matter of assembling. Get out your adhesive and your ruler if you want to measure your locations of some of your pieces. Looks like yesterday's rain has finally cleared up. Yeah, no, this shouldn't be the 3-hour class, Kathy. Yeah, that was a marathon. But at least you got a lot of cards out of it, so. Sharon was working on her layouts yesterday since she couldn't make it today. Oh, okay. I see a third person in, so I'm thinking that's Martha. I can see the number of people who are watching. I just don't know who they are. So Martha, if you are logged into YouTube, I don't know how familiar you are with YouTube. You can chat in the chat window, so you can say hi. If you don't have a YouTube account, you cannot chat. So of course, every once in a while, because it's a public video, every once in a while somebody will pop in just to see what's going on. So welcome to anybody who's watching. All right, well, I will get started here. So this is the layout we're going to do first. So In your class kit, you will need your red 12 by 12, your floral 12 by 12, and the back of that is the balloons and sparklers. And then you've got two of these kind of khaki and white striped. The camera's not really, or not striped, dotted, polka dotted. The camera's not really picking up those polka dots too well, but those two strips. You've got your stars. You've got another large piece of the floral. And you've got your light blue fireworks. You've got that strip. Ooh. Sorry about that. And you've got two photo mats. And then these are just printer paper. And if you've taken one of my workshops before, these are kind of placeholders. I don't put them down with permanent glue. If you don't want to put them down, you don't have to put them all down at all. But basically, I use them, and you can see them here, as placeholders for photos. So what I would do, and these are down with, I use this repositionable glue stick, and I'll put some on there, and then I'll tack it down. And when I have my photo, I'll take this off and put the photo in its place, as opposed to these photo mats where you'll just put your photo on top of them, and you make your photo slightly smaller. So these are for 4x6. They're 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And you put the 4x6 photo on it, and then you've got a little border around them. And I'm just reaching for a photo so I can show you. Wrong direction, but see, you'll have the border around the photo, where on this one, you remove this and you put the photo in its place, and then sometimes the photos aren't quite cut the right size. So you just put that in its place, and you don't have another photo mat behind it. So it's just two different looks. Okay, so I'm going to try to push these up and still have, no, I don't have too much room, so I guess I'm going to have to prop them up that way. So on this one, I tried to make this one more generic, so to speak. This paper called Stars and Sparklers from close to my heart is very patriotic. It's great for 4th of July or, any happy occasion. So if you want to focus on the 4th of July and the sparklers and the fireworks and all that, that's great. But I also love this floral paper, so I wanted to do one of the layouts with this floral. But if you like this paper better, you are more than welcome to turn it over and use that paper. And this is the other sheet. So it would look, the layout would look equally great no matter which side of the paper you use. But I used these on some of the other layouts, so I really want to focus on this floral because I think it's pretty. So I'm going to do the left page first, which is on the red. So the first piece we're going to put down is the stars. And you are going to align it to the bottom. And you're going to put it 1.5 inches from the left side of the page. Now you can measure that, or you can eyeball that, whichever you prefer. So This is a big piece. I want it to stay down flat. So put a bunch of adhesive on it. And then if you want to measure it, now I work on a quilting mat here with the measurements on it. So I could actually line it up. This is one way if you like to work like this. You can line it up this way and measure it. And 1.5 inches from the right. I said the left before, didn't I? Meant the right edge here. So, or you can put your ruler down and just align it with the bottom. And then we're going to put the floral in the top left corner. Whoops. Just going to put a little extra adhesive there so that lies flat since I crumpled it. And this is just going to go right in the top left corner, aligning both the top and left edges. Hey Martha, how you doing? In case you don't know, there's I didn't look up, so I don't know when you said hi, but also there's often a slight delay between when I speak and when you hear me. It's a YouTube thing. So I try to keep an eye on the chat. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I know it's hard to type in while you're also working, but so I'm going to put this zip strip down, and don't need to measure this one because I'm going to butt it up right against the bottom of the floral paper. And I don't know, Martha, if you heard, but I'm just going to tell you again in case you didn't. This is 1.5 inches. The star paper is put down right first, and it's 1.5 inches from the right edge of the red cardstock. And then the floral paper in the top left corner and the zip strip right below it. It's been a long time, Martha. Hope things are going well. Okay. Okay, you got it. Good. Okay, so this is the temporary mat. And like I said, I'm just going to use a little bit of repositionable glue stick on here and put it down here. And that way I know when I go to put my pictures on, if I'm not ready now, that's a 4x6. And you can go ahead and mark this on here. Where'd my pencil go? And you can just write on here 4x6. So you know just by glancing at it. And then I've got an extra. So these two smaller ones are actually 3¼ inch square. So I'm just going to write that on there too. Now, one of the reasons, sometimes I use these instead of photo mats that are going to stick on there permanently is you have a little more flexibility. Sorry, I feel really dry today, so I need my water. You have more flexibility with your pictures. So say like you had 3 smaller pictures, you can, put those on instead. Or if you had like 2 4x3s instead, you can take this off and you still have the flexibility to put them on, as opposed to having the permanent mat that then you're trying to figure out how to fix your pictures on. So I usually do a mix of the permanent mats and these temporary ones. So, because you never know, at least I never know when I go ahead and put my pictures on my layouts, what pictures I have, and you know, how I might want to lay them out. Sometimes, you know, especially if I'm getting pictures from other sources, you know, I print out a lot of pictures from my niece and nephew from like Facebook and things like that, that my sister posts, and you know, never know what size they're going to be, and I'm not necessarily printing them myself, of ones I get. So I like to have that flexibility. So this one I measured about 3/8 of an inch up from your zip strip and 3/8 of an inch from the right edge of the cardstock. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, especially since this is a temporary mat that you're going to move. But if you are worried about the positioning I used, that's what I used. And then you're going to put about 1/4 of an inch up. The top one goes 1/4 of an inch above the bottom one. And again, 3/8 of an inch from the edge, because they're in line here. And that's it for that page. Now, I'm going to put the mats on the second page, and then I will go ahead and put the stickers on both of them at the same time. Okay, so this one is really easy too. So I'm going to use the fireworks. Again, if you wanted something a little different, you could use the stripes, especially if you were, you know, using this side. You might want that for more contrast. But I'm going to stick with my fireworks here. Doesn't really matter which side is up, down, left, or right on this paper. It's not directional. So, and then I'm going to put, again, the other zip strip right up against that piece. So I just put this right against the right edge. You know, it's the full height of the page. And this one goes right next to it. Now, sometimes the paper is 12 inches one way and a little more, a little less than 12 inches the other way. So you see it doesn't reach all the top. If that really bothers you, you can trim it. And I'll admit there are times where I'll just trim the whole paper. This one, because it's so busy, you're not really going to notice it. Sometimes where it's glaring is if you put like a dark color on white or something, and then I might trim it. But this time I'm not going to. Okay, so now we're just going to put the 2 photo mats on. And I'm about 1.5 inches up. The bottom one is 1.5 inches up from the bottom and about 1 inch from the left side. Now, if you, again, weren't sure about your photos, you could put this down with that temporary glue stick like we did the other photo mats, and then you have that flexibility to move it around when you put your photos on. That's fine. Or I know other people in classes have, I'm doing this the wrong way. It's 1.5 inches from the bottom, 1 inch from the side. You know, don't put them on at all, and they just wait until they put their photos on. Whatever works for you. Sometimes it's like, how am I going to fit my photos on? And then other times, if you have too much flexibility, you never get it done either, because you kind of need a starting point. So this is going to be about a 1/2 inch up between these two photo mats. And again, aligned on both sides. So that's it. So now we're just going to put the stickers on. And you should have gotten a sticker sheet. Close to My Heart sells their papers now that you can buy just the paper pack, which has the 6 pieces of paper in it, or you could buy it with the sticker sheet. So if you wanted more papers, you could buy one with a sticker sheet and one without. Or I always like having extra decorations because you can always use them on another project. So let's see here. We've got the big blue firework. It's going to go here. And that's just a little bit over the floral, the zip strip, and into the blue. And then I've got this smaller blue and red firework down there. And then the kind of medium-sized blue and light blue firework down here. And then I'm going to put this tag down, which is a great journaling spot, right between them. And then you can see I have a whole bunch of stars between the fireworks. Put it down so you can see it while I'm. So I've got the big blue star. It's funny because the outline of the color on the sticker sheet makes it look so much bigger than it actually is. Got that red one. Got a really tiny white one. Those are hard to see on the sticker sheet. A blue. A tiny red. And of course you can put these on any way you want. Khaki. This would look, these stickers would look really cute with shimmer brush. This is the pink one, but the shimmer brush that let me get the gold one. That's the clear. Here we go. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, let me let that dry for a minute and then maybe you can see it better. I'll put the rest of my stars on while that dries. So this shimmer brush has shimmer in it, and it comes in a ton of different colors, and it's really fun to add. This blue star doesn't want to come off. To add shimmer to your project. Got the red outline and another tiny red one down here. Okay, so that's all the stickers for that page. So let me see if you can see this. That does not want to. Okay, there you can see it a little better. It looks really nice in person. It has that shimmer to it, and like I said, it comes in a bunch of different colors, including clear. This is the gold, and that would look fun on your stars if you wanted to give it a little extra sparkle. Okay, so on this page, the first one we're going to put down is this big "Oh Happy Day" banner. And then we've got, don't rip it, be careful when you pull, don't be, I was a little rough on my sticker there. The mason jar with the flowers in it. And I just have it overlapping just a tiny bit, that banner. And the gingham heart, make a little cluster here. And if you need to make sure your stickers are sticking down really well, you can burnish them with your bone folder. Probably did that already on the sample. I don't know why I'm doing it again. Okay, so on this flower cluster, we're going to get, I'm looking for the blue leaves, which are down here, and the red flower. So what I'm going to do is put down the blue leaves about there, and the red flower overlapping them a bit. And then we're going to do the green leaves over this direction. And then the blue flower, which will overlap both the stems of those green leaves and the red flower a bit. And that makes it into a little cluster. Build that up for you. And then on top, we just have, this one's already clustered for us, the red and blue flowers with the green leaves, and I just put that over the top corner. All right, I'm going to move this back over here so you can see that in case you need a few more minutes to get all those pieces down. Hopefully I didn't rush through that. I know I probably moved a little fast, so I tend to do that. So I'll just leave this up for a few minutes so you can see it. Gotta say, those stickers are handy. A lot faster than stamping. Stamping and coloring is fun, but sometimes it's very satisfying to get. I mean, it's been a half an hour and we waited a few minutes and we've got the whole layout done. So sometimes it's fun to get it done quickly. All right. All right, so next we're going to do this layout on the blue. It's actually called Sapphire cardstock. And okay, so for this layout, we need 2 pieces of the 12 by 12. We've got the 2 large pieces of the fireworks. These pieces are all 12 inches wide. This actually goes there. The 2 diagonal zip strips, the 2 red gingham zip strips, the 2 red and white striped, and then you've got 4 pieces of the white Celebrate on the kind of khaki colored. And again, you can turn any of these pieces over to change the look of the layout if you want. And then I've got, again, these temporary mats, 2 4x6 and 4 3x, well, you're supposed to have 4 3x4s. Apparently I only have 3, so you'll notice that mine are scrap because I use these over and over again. You got fresh pieces, but I don't mind using scrap paper for mine, especially since I know they're going to come off when I am done. So, whoops. That's not attached for a very specific reason. So, okay. So these pages are made almost exactly the same way before you decorate them. The difference is that on one of them, the celebrates are to the right edge, and then on the other, they're to the left edge. So when you put them together in your scrapbook, you get them coming together like that. And we're going to start with the long strips first. And so we're going to start low and work up. So we're going to start with these red and white stripes. So I'm going to do 1 page at a time. And this strip is going to go 2.5 inches up from the bottom. This one you want to be a little more precise because we still have to put that bottom piece on. And you want to make sure there's room for it. Okay, so now this one, this stripe is a little long for this paper. So I'm just going to trim it so it's not hanging off the edge. And then from there, we're just going to put every piece right next to the one before so we don't have to do any other measuring. So this is the fireworks paper. I'm getting to the end of my ATG roll, so it's getting a little tough to roll. And I'm just buttoning that up against the stripe. And again, it's a little long. See, sometimes the solid cardstock is not the same 12 inches as the decorative paper. The red gingham zip strip. And again, this is going to go right up against the fireworks. And then the diagonal stripe. Goes right up against that one. Just be careful you don't have any adhesive overhanging the edges. So then you'll get extra things sticking to your page. All right, so there we go. And then we're going to put two of our Celebrate pieces. Like I said, getting hard to roll. Gonna have to. I looked before class and I said, well, maybe I can make it through class without changing it, but that's not going to happen. Okay, so this will be the left page, so we want them against the right. And if you wanted a certain Celebrate facing up, you can do that. But you're going to put it right up against the stripe and along the right edge. And then you're going to put the other one at the top. And when you have it on the same color paper, you can't see where the edge is. But there you go. That's all it is. Super simple. Super simple, but a lot of different patterns to make it pretty. And then the other page, we're going to just do the same thing to start with, except this time, you don't necessarily need a ruler. If you want to use the ruler to help keep you straight, that's fine. But you can also just put your pages next to each other, and you can line it up. Let's see how straight that went on. Yep. Yeah, straight. There you go. Again, these are hanging, whoops. Hanging over the edge. I'm going to trim those. And then I'm going to put my two zip strips on. So don't add adhesive to your piece. Whoops. All right. Go ahead, keep working. I will be back in just a minute. Oh, so sorry about that, guys. I had to take care of something. Hopefully now you are... Oh, Kathy had to go too, but hopefully you got caught up and now you're ahead of me. Just changing my HEG tape. So I hope you got some time on the boat, Martha, since yesterday was a washout. Felt bad. Somebody, there was a post on Facebook. They were looking for a box of umbrellas that were supposed to be delivered yesterday, and they said they were delivered to their porch, and they weren't there because there was a wedding yesterday, and they had ordered umbrellas for all the guests, and it's like, oh, what a lousy day to have a wedding. Felt bad for them, although they do say it's good luck, right? But nobody wants that much rain on their wedding. Just got a little overhang here. Again, I'm trimming. Oh, good. I see you said we did. Okay, so I've got 2 more pieces of this Celebrate paper. Okay. And then we're going to, just like on the first page, we're going to put one at the bottom, but these go against the left edge. And then one at the top. And they should line up. Okay, so now we're going to put the temporary mats on. And let me just check the measurements on this. All right, so you're going to put a 4x6 on first, and it's going to be about a 1/2 inch above the bottom of the blue and a 1/2 inch from the right side of the page. So an equal border around the right and bottom edges. And then you've got, and this is 4x6, and then you've got a 3x4. And again, it's going to be about a 1/2 inch away from that 4x6. So pretty equal border. And then another 3x4. So some of mine have the measurements written on them, some of them don't. So, and this one, there's a little extra space on this side. The only thing with this glue stick is if you don't stick it right where the glue is, yeah, shocking. If you don't stick it where the glue is, it doesn't stick. So I'm just going to write 3x4 on this one also. So 3x4, 3x4, and 4x6. And I said there's a little extra space. So if you wanted to move these over, that's the advantage of the glue stick here. You can kind of move them all over just a little bit to make the spacing a little more equal. This is also, you can adjust when you put your pictures down. Yeah, lots of good luck yesterday in the rain, definitely. All right, so we're going to do the opposite on this page. And this one I am going to just start by moving it over a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and steal this one off just because, like I said, I managed to cut 3 for myself, not 4. And I just want to show you what it looks like. And the third one. Now this one, all right, so this is basically the mirror image thing, guys. Okay, so that's basically what it looks like with another one here. However, the sticker set has this fun frame in it. Now, what I did was, let me get out the sticker sheet so you can see where it is. So I cut this out. And I'm going to put this here, but I don't want to put it down until I have my photo. So what I'll do is I'll take this photo mat back off, and then I'll put my photo down, and then I will put my frame over it. And I probably would adjust. I would probably stick my frame to the photo first, so I made sure I got the exact spacing for the opening, and then I would probably cut around the picture. I wouldn't trim my picture until after the frame was on it, so I knew I got it right in the middle. So what you can do is you can just wait and leave this on your sticker sheet for now, or if you want to put this in here so you don't forget, you can go ahead and cut around the frame. Remember, the printing goes a little bit past the edge of the sticker itself. And then, I just cut off the white here to make it look neater for the pictures, but you don't have to, obviously, because you're going to take it off the background. And then we have these stickers on here that we're going to use. So I went ahead and you can either cut this out, or you can, sorry about that, I hit the wire. You can cut it out, or you can just leave them there and just take the stickers off. Can you see? You can't see me. So I'm just using my X-Acto knife to cut these out of the middle. And like I said, if you're just going to use them right away, you don't need to cut them out. However, if you want to kind of use your, hold your sticker up to your photo just to make sure they're going to fit nicely. The picture, the part of the picture you want to put in the frame is going to fit in the frame. This would be a good thing to do. So then you can, where'd my picture go? Yeah, so then you can see if it actually fits in the frame. So I would stick it to my picture and then cut around the edges and stick it down. All right, so now we can put the other stickers on. And I put a bunch of balloons up here. And I put the light blue one that's on the right down first. And I put it so the string is kind of holding down, just overlapping that. And you should be able to pick up, if you're worried about it, make sure it doesn't overlap. But you should be able to just pick that up a little bit there to stick your photo under there. And then the red striped one overlaps it just a little bit. And then the blue with the stars, again, overlaps it just a little bit. And then back to the stickers that were in the middle of that frame. I'm going to put the Celebrate banner right here. And then we're going to use these little stars. So we've got to get the medium blue and the light blue and the red. And we're not going to put the dark blue on there because it won't show up, but we'll get 2 of the white stars from the rest of the sheet. Little, I used a medium one, but oh well. No, it's the tiny one. And then there's the medium one. And yep, I think that's all the stickers on there. And then on this side, I put these fun sunglasses. And again, the banner that says Sparkle. Now you could change out any of these stickers if you wanted to. There's a few left over at the end too, which is always great because if you find that you don't have enough pictures when you put your layout in, or you want to add something else, it's nice to have a couple of coordinating. Not the little tiny one. There we go, the medium one. Medium light blue star, and then a red one. And then up here, I'm going to put another cluster of stars. So we've got this big blue one with the stars. The brown one. The blue open one. It's not the right one. There's a smaller one. Not that it matters, but then I'll be looking for the other one when I get to the other layout. I wonder what happened to it. A tiny white one. The light blue one. Oh, the light blue one was here. And another tiny white one. Oops, down here. See, they are so hard to see. Hard to get off, too. There we go. Just have to bend back the paper enough. There we go. And that is that layout. It's amazing how different it looks after you put the embellishments on. I mean, it looks good with just the paper, but then you add the embellishments and it's like, wow. And then, of course, putting the pictures on makes it look even better. Okay. Now we've got one more full layout. Okay, so we've got two 12 by 12 white pieces of cardstock. And we've got two large red pieces of cardstock. And two strips of the red and white stripe. One is wider than the other. And we've got two strips of the fireworks, stars, and balloon paper, and they are both the same width. And two strips of the star paper, which are both the same width. And then we have two 4x6 photo mats and two 3x3. And again, I shorted myself one. But I had an extra of this size, which was 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm just going to trim it down. And it has the shimmer on it, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with the left page, and I'm going to start again at the bottom, and we're going to put this strip of, I'm pointing to the layout that you can't see, so sorry about that. We're going to put this strip of star paper down first, and it's going to go along the bottom of the page right up against the edge. 3 edges should match. And then we're going to put one of the fireworks stars paper. And both these papers are the same width, not as each other. Both pieces of both papers are the same width, so you don't have to worry about which one goes on which page because they're the same. And then the red strip goes near the top, and that goes on a 1/2 inch from the top. And this one is the skinnier of the two pieces. It doesn't have to be exactly precise, just approximate. That one's overhanging a bit, so I'm going to trim that one. And then the only piece next, super simple, is this photo mat. And if I'm remembering correctly, this is a 5x7 mat. So you can put a 5x7 photo. You want to trim a 1/4 inch off of each side if you want to put a 5x7 mat on there. And let me check these measurements for you. It's 3.5. Okay, so it's going to go up 3 inches from the bottom in the vertical orientation. So 3 inches from the bottom and a 1/2 inch from the left edge there, which also should be approximately a 1/2 inch from the red and white striped. So like I was saying, you could take if you had a enlargement, you could put a 5x7 picture here, just trim off a 1/4 inch from each side, and then it would fit on there perfectly. Or you can still use it for a 4x6 photo and just have a large border around it, whichever works for you. Or if you had two 3x4 photos, you could put two, or 4x3 rather, two 4x3 photos on there as well. So that's all there is to that page. In this page, we're actually going to start, I'm going to show it to you again. We're actually going to start on the right edge of this. So we're going to put this stripe down first and then the stars. The red and white stripe, Kathy, is a 1/2 inch from the top. I'm going to slow down here so you can catch up. 1/2 inch from the top. And then this one is 3 inches from the bottom and a 1/2 inch from the left edge. All right. So back to this one. Like I said, we're going to start by putting this red and white stripe on the right edge first. And then the stars and the sparklers, which is, the name of the paper pack. So I'm actually going to turn my page here and put it this way, just because it's easier for me to attach to the paper this way. So this is the wider piece of the red and white stripe. And then this sorry, apparently my words just left me. every time I want to say stars and fireworks, for some reason, it doesn't flow smoothly out of my brain. All right, so we're going to put this right up against the stripe. And then I'm going to turn this around. Actually, so this is the top of the page, and we're going to put the other piece of the red cardstock. And these two pieces, I didn't say it before, but these two pieces are the same size too. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do this trick we did before, and put the pages right next to each other. They don't have to be right up next to each other, but close. And I'm going to line up the red with the top of this. This is the top of the page, remember? So the top of the red cardstock here with this red and white stripe. So you can measure it. And again, it would be 1/2 inch if you'd rather measure it, or if you don't want to measure it and you just want to line it up with this one. Whichever way is easier for you to attach it. And then the stars are going to go on the bottom just like they did on the other page. Now, I gave you a full sheet of this so that I didn't want to cut it wrong and be a little bit short. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this strip is 2 inches, and you could do this a couple of different ways. You can just put adhesive here on your paper like you normally do, just don't go all the way across. I'm going to put a strip of adhesive here. I did it on the bottom. I know you can't see it now, but I added the adhesive from the edge to the edge of this paper, just a line across the bottom here. And I'm gonna measure 2 inches on the paper, and I'm gonna put another strip across. Now, make sure you don't go too high. Like I said, it might just be easier for you to put adhesive here. And if you go a little farther, then it's fine because you're going to cut it off. And I'm just going to line this edge up with that piece of paper and then with the bottom of the cardstock. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim it here. And that's, if you're not sure exactly, if you're worried about not cutting it exactly the right width, that's one way to do that. All right, so now we can put on our temporary mats. And this one, so this is a 4x6. I'm going to center it between this edge and this edge. So basically the two edges of the decorative paper. And I want to make an equal size mat or spacing on the three sides here, the left side, the right side, and the bottom. And that's about 1/2 inch. So you can measure 1/2 inch if you want, or you can just eyeball it. Yeah. Well, my eyeballing apparently wasn't exactly perfect this time, but there you go. So that's 4x6. This one is 6x4 since it's horizontal. And this one just gets centered in the red. And like I said, just like the mat on the other side, this one is it's 7x5. So if you had a 7x5 photo and you wanted to trim a 1/4 inch off each side, you could do that, or you could use the 6x4 and just have a larger border. I think most of the time, you know, everybody's got 4x6, 6x4 photos, but every once in a while, you've got an enlargement, school pictures, or whatever. So gives you an option if you do have one and you're like, what am I going to do? Which layout am I going to put it on? There you go. This would be a layout you could put it on. And actually, this spacing is it's a little shorter, but this whole thing is actually 10. So if you had 2 5x7s, actually you could move this all the way up to the top and you could have the 2 spaces. Something to remember for the future. And I'm going to measure this, but I'm going to eyeball it. Okay, so you're going to put this one, these are your 3x3s, and you're going to put it at 1/2 inch in from the left edge, and you're going to center it between the blue and the red, but if you want to measure it, that's 3/4 inch. And then this one just goes 1/4 inch away from the first one. And, you know, if you don't like the spacing exactly, like there's a little more space on this side than this side, you can go ahead and change that, whatever you want to do. Basically, by having it at 1/2 inch here, it lines up perfectly with that one. So it's whatever pleases your eye. But I'm going to mark these as 3x3. And there you go. And you can save this piece for something else. Now, if you didn't want to put a title in here, like I put this Home Sweet Home sticker here, you could actually, if you had an extra photo, you could put another photo here if you wanted to. It all depends on how many photos you want to put on your page. So, well, this one is easy. This one just gets the truck. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one first. So the truck just goes right down here in the middle of this star paper. And that's all you have to do to finish that one. Now, if you did have some journaling, you can replace one of these pictures with a journaling spot, or you can add a journaling spot up here. Whatever works for you. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Home Sweet Home on here. And I'm going to put the dark blue one. Careful that the center of the O stays on the sticker sheet. As does the center of the E come out, but because it's smaller, it'll probably stick to your sticker and you'll have to take it out yourself. Okay, and I'm going to put this one on first because I want to make sure it fits. and then the sweet. And again, the center of the O's, you can either use like an X-Acto knife or one of your something with a point on it to punch that through. It does not want to come off my finger. Or you can just, oh, see, that's the extra between the E and the T. You just kind of take your nail and punch through there too if you wanted to. Okay. Whoops. Careful not to mangle your sticker. And then the home. See, if when you're pulling it off, if you actually use, it's my pencil, see if you, there, stick something through there, it'll stay on your sticky sheet and then you don't have to deal with it. They are sticky stickers, that's for sure. There we go. And then we're going to put these fun pinwheels. Whoops. I overlapped it a little bit. If you don't press them down, then you can get them up a little easier. Once you press them down, forget about it though. Don't even try. You'll make a mess and then you'll be unhappy. Okay. So there you go. So those are our 3 layouts, but I had some more paper left over and it was too cute not to use. So what I did was made this bonus pocket card page. Now we sell these, we've done these before. These are the pocket cards and they come in different configurations and you can go ahead and just put your 4x6 pictures in or your 3x4. And these are great as an extra. Like if you had an event that you used these three layouts for, and then you had a couple extra pictures that you still wanted to use and you were out of coordinating paper, you wanted it all to be the same paper. This is a great way to add some more pictures into your album. And then you can just add a couple of these cards in here to highlight, to coordinate. And you don't have to. You could just fill it all with pictures. You've got both sides. You can do what you want, but this, this is just a fun way to add some more space for your photos. The other thing you can do is you can actually like decorate a piece like this and then you could put it on a layout. So say you didn't want to use a pocket card. Well, go ahead and grab a piece of cardstock, whatever color you want. And, you can go ahead and put this is a little wider because it's the spacing, but go ahead and you can put your pictures here and then put these decorative pieces around your pictures. We always sell, they're called Picture My Life cards, and we always sell them to coordinate with the paper pack, but these are ones we're going to make ourselves. So this is actually, this piece here is just the paper. You know, it's cut to 3x4, and it's just stuck in the pocket. Actually, I'm going to turn this the other side. So, you know, you've got one design on one side, one on the other, or you can stick a picture in there and have more space for your pictures. This one is also cut to 3x4, and I'm just going to put some stickers on it. So I've got the red and white stripe and the blue polka dots. Actually, I guess technically they're white polka dots on blue. And then the blue with the white outline. And then one of the banners. You might want to put the banner on first so you don't take up the space for your stars, but that works. There it is. And then this one is a 6x4 of the stars. And we're just going to put some of these little fire rockets, fireworks, whatever they are. Got the light blue one. I know all the technical terms for these things. The red one, and then the medium blue here. And just, you know, for other people who don't know what they might be, we'll add the the banner that says fireworks. So now this one, you can leave it like this, or you could put a small photo on it too, next to it. That would be fun. And then on the back, you have the celebrate. So this is just another way, like I said, to add more to your album. And it's kind of quick and easy. And like I said, these come in different configurations. Like some of them come, you know, for vertical pictures. Some come with horizontal. They, you know, mix and match different sizes. So that's it for today. Unless anybody has any questions. And then you should still have some leftover paper. You can do some more of these cards, or add, you know, make a journaling spot for your pages, or an extra photo mat when you put your pages down if you need. This sticker here with the lines on it make a nice journaling spot to add where you need it. I like this popsicle too. I didn't use it, but this would be fun. You could put a popsicle on a card here. Today apparently is National Ice Cream Day, so I definitely encourage the eating of ice cream today. You're welcome, Martha. I'm glad you were able to join us and you had fun. Hope to see you soon. My next layout class is in August. Let me just confirm that date for you. I have a card class on August 1st, the chick cards, chick cards. And then the next layout class is August 26th, and those are the teal, gold, and black layouts, which, whoops, I have right here. I can show you. Yeah, I have somewhere. Okay, there. Just give me a second here so I don't upend everything. I've got all my pieces and parts together. So we've got, whoops, we've got this one. Oh, Kathy, you are not shocked. We've got this one. I'm actually feeling kind of warm right now. Ice cream would be good. Not that ice cream's ever not good. And then we've got that one. So this layout class is on the August 22nd. So thanks again for coming. If you have this video will remain up. So if you need to review anything, you are welcome to do so. If you get a chance, hit the thumbs up button below the video. And I will see you soon. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.